guys, good morning. It's your girl Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do the monthly collective reading for the air sign collective of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for the month of April. As always, you guys know that energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. This could be you, this could be going on around you, someone that you're connected with, person, place, or thing, situation, or it may, not have anything to do with you at all. So as always, I stress, take what resonates and leave the rest. And, we're just going to see what comes out, what messages need to come through for the air sign collective. These monthlies have been, kind of long, but that is due to me, reading these cards. They are long, but I do like to, allow my watchers to, take, the messages as they come from the book, because I do read intuitively. So, there may be additional messages in the description of each card, especially when I use this deck. So I do just like to, read it for, your own discernment. We are still in, almost like the tail end of the Libra full moon. But, we'll see what comes out in regards to, the air signs. This is a general reading, and again, I will say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Right. So what's going on with the air sign collective of Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini? I hope I said air sign and not earth sign. What's going on with the air sign collective of Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini? And know that this can, pertain to your houses, 1 through 12 if you know your chart, or your inner planets. Right now we do have the Sun in Aries, the Moon is in Scorpio, Mercury is in Pisces, Venus is in Aries, Mars in Gemini, Jupiter and Saturn are in Aquarius. We have Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto is in Capricorn. So we have a nice little mix of, the elements going on right now. But as far as the inner planets, it is right now sitting with, it's like fire, water. Mars is in Gemini, which is, one of the inner planets. So it's, like I said, it's a nice little mix-up going on between the elements and the, current planetary alignments. But, we'll see what comes out, what messages we need. What's going on with the air sign collective for the month of April. Gemini, and Aquarius. The North Node is also in Gemini as well. We'll do one more, then we're going to jump right in. I love, 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 love what I do. Because spirit just works, and you just gotta allow, if you're you just gotta allow things to just flow sometimes. When you guys see me shuffling these cards, but bottom of the deck we have air element, which is communicating. So there could be, some communication coming your way. You could be, learning a new way to communicate. This reading could highlight how you communicate with others, and even to yourself. We have a grand trine up under that, which is blessings. You could work in communication. It's grand trine energy. Is normally when 3 planets align at the same degree within the same element. So it could be 3 planets and 3 different air signs, or like that. So it's almost like it says blessings. Like, I just feel like you're learning almost like a better way to communicate. You may be having some throat chakra, openings, or healings going on, because then after that we have the 8th house, endings and beginnings, which again, I'm not surprised. This card is here. 8th house is Scorpio. I'm feeling a lot right now. I don't even know if we have a grand trine, coming up. I'll have to take a look over the alignments a little later on, but yeah, something is changing in the way that you communicate, or the way people communicate with you. It could be communication, for everybody on a, societal level, but let's see. What's going on for the air sign collective? Know that this is a general reading. What do we need for the air sign collective? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. That's too many. So give me those cards, please. That was a whole chunk. Those cards, please. Yeah, definitely someone wants to talk. You could want to talk. These cards is just jumping out. You have a lot to say, or want to say a lot to someone, or someone to you. Get another one. So let's see. Get another one. What's going on for the air sign collective? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Libra. take that one. Oh my God, these same cards came out for the Earth sign reading. And then we have Pisces, I believe. With, I know I just showed you guys that one, with roots, the 4th house, and then Cancer, I feel. Under that, we have Jupiter, which is abundance. I'm feeling a lot of energy already. Just from what's here with the roots and the abundance card, it's almost like I almost feel like, and it's crazy that the I feel is here. And personally, I'm a Cancer, so I feel like, but I have no air in my chart whatsoever, like other than my midhaven, which is in Libra. I feel like you're almost wanting to, you know, set down new roots. Because with the I feel card, it's like you may be feeling something. You may be like getting hits of intuition. Or, you know, even with this Jupiter card, I know it says abundance, and you know, Jupiter is like the wheel of fortune, you know, energy and card. It's almost like you have, like I see this as like being a tower moment in regards to your, you know, the way you look at abundance maybe. And it's almost like, I feel like you may have come into like some new information. In regards to, you know, creating abundance with the 4th house and roots. And with the, you know, I believe, I'm just feeling like now it's like, it's almost like you're, you know, you're, it's almost like if you believe you can achieve. And it's almost like if you feel this abundance, or you may even feel, you know, like setting down, doing something new, setting down new roots. Is what you're feeling like you need to do. And it's like, because you believe in it, go ahead. And this could even be like you feel like if this is work for someone, like you could be, you know, laying new roots to, you know, put your time and effort into something that you feel and that you believe in. And now I see why this came out. You know, these are the same cards from the Earth sign reading, because the Earth sign is like, in the Earth sign reading for their April monthly, it came out these cards came out, and it was like, you know, almost like you're planting new seeds based on what you feel. Instead of like what you see, or how you want to be seen. And it's like, you know, I always say this, and it's like sometimes you have to believe it to see it, where we're so used to seeing things and then believing it. And that, you know, to me, it works the other way around. You know, that's how I see it. If you believe it, then you'll see it. Like, as within, so without. Energy. I am going to read these again. I hope I don't take up too much time. Because they did come out, but we'll go ahead and read them again really quickly. So, the fourth house, roots. Each of these starts with a quote, so I'll read the quote and then we'll get into the card. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, in secret between the shadow and the soul. Pueblo Neruda. This is sonnet number 17 from 100 Love Sonnets. Your question may somehow be rooted in the past. The fourth house is ruled by the moon and governs the feelings, all the ways we are touchy and emotional, dreams, and our soul yearnings. It signifies the home, family, and the earliest phase of childhood, even to the time shortly before birth when we are still in the womb. It is the babe within the womb. It is cover that protects us from the world. This house represents nurturing, giving nourishment and safety. It symbolizes mothering and motherhood, and also the father who is able to mother and nurture his offspring. The fourth house shows the beginning of the family and holds the memories of our ancestors. It represents the putting down of roots and the foundation to everything in our lives, our heritage and tribal affiliations. In the fourth house, the self is centered and grounded, but also likes to hide away. As well as caretaking, it represents hidden treasures and a place to retreat. There is both gentleness and emotional rawness in the fourth house. When this card shows up in a reading, home and family issues may have something to do with your query. And as it represents your current environment, family members and where you live, real estate and land may also figure in as in putting down roots or buying or selling a home. This card can be the predictor of a birth or new members in the family. A pregnancy can sometimes mean care for the elderly, including nursing homes and hospital stays. This card can also indicate the presence of angels and being directed by heavenly means. Events or appearances of persons from your far away childhood may suddenly be relevant again. You may reconnect with someone and pick up again just where you started, even if it has been years since you've seen your friend. Memories of past lives may surface, transforming ideas of your present life. Depending upon the surrounding cards, the results may be uplifting and perfect or shattering to the core. These memories will change you and the way you view your life. Again, look for reunions and reconnections with persons from your past, such as grammar school days or even relatives you don't know very well or had long forgotten. You may dig up some fascinating news about your family or ancestry. Inheritances may figure in where you receive something that has been passed down to you. However, the home is the primary meaning behind this card. So buying or selling a home, adding on to a home, selling real estate, and managing property, as well as creating a secure home base, all relate to your question. As the fourth house is also the house of dreams, imagining and relying upon magic could feature. After all, the fourth house is lorded over by Lady Moon, mistress of magic in the unseen world. It is now time to use your imagination and make things happen. What you think now is what will be. As long as you don't worry and fixate, your magical intentions will grow organically, just like a silvery plant under the sacred moon. And finally, whatever is being asked about may occur around the time of the full moon. And like I said, we're at the tail end of this full moon energy. The corresponding tarot card is the Four of Cups. And the key ideas: home, domestic issues, the mother, the father, ancestry, the tribe, old age, the end of a matter. So now we're going to move into Pisces, I believe. So I believe in faith, the quote, "I must be a mermaid. I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living." Anais Nin, Pisces, the four-chambered heart. In faith and trust, you must surrender to what is. Pisces, the double fish, is ruled by Neptune, god of the waters, oceans, and seas. It is a mutable sign, its home being the 12th house of self-undoing. It is mysterious and unfathomable, but can indicate a life that needs clarifying as well as definition. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac and symbolizes the old soul, one who has passed through many lives, has picked up much here and there, and experienced almost everything along the way, but sometimes doesn't process things well and tends to repeat mistakes. Pisceans have trouble maintaining boundaries, sometimes even feeling half erased. If you have ever observed the Pisces, you may notice they don't appear as intelligent as they really are. You could even call them gullible or vague until they start cranking out works of genius. And they can be so physically tuned in, it'll knock your socks off. Pisces is a beautiful sign with much compassion, denoting true vision that link up with the collective. Those ruled by this sign know it all deep down, but have trouble sorting matters out. They are able to sense deeply, except for certain things extremely bad for them, which turn into mishaps and disasters. But through it all, Pisces still survives. Dreamers, artists, composers, poets, mystics, victims, and prisoners all fall under the rulership of this water sign. There is little doubt that higher consciousness falls under the domain of Pisces in a superficial way. It looks as if the world is their oyster with their talent, beauty, sensitivity, and connectedness with the unknown. Pisces sees the best and is an idealist, but the flip side of this is cynicism, which can come in waves. So dreams will lead you now, but clear thinking is a must. You may be extra sensitive to beauty currently. Poetry courses through you. You feel connected to the source. You like the idea of surrendering to what is. Compassion flows. Take advantage of inspiration and channel it into a creative project. If you have a notion or a dream, swim to it. Capture that wave. A great idea from the past may re-emerge, and you may want to return and finish it. But you will want to tackle this idea soon when you are inspired, or the entire matter could disappear into the rushes of the deep. About your question, you may feel confused by the reactions of others or simply unable to get to the correct answers. Pisces can be like a pristine sea or the muck of a swamp, so getting lost is a danger. Make sure you're not being pulled under by other people's complications. It's even possible you have someone in your life who saps you. Usually this is not intentional, but because of some delusional way of unthinking or viewing the world, that clouds the issue. Don't fall into the same confusion. Make sure you are protected and have the proper boundaries. You may have physical symptoms but find no reason for them. Be careful when this card comes up in regards to medicine or drugs, because allergies and strange reactions to medications may develop. When the Pisces card is involved, circumstances may be covert or at least obscured from view. The corresponding tarot card is the Hangman, and the key ideas: compassion, oneness, art, the unconscious, music, water, and being a victim. So that definitely, you know, ties into, you know, what I'm feeling. It's like maybe you're, you know, in a situation where it's time for you to, you know, come out of it and plant new roots somewhere else. And with that, you know, just with that communication card, is something that you may need to communicate to someone. And lastly, we're going to look at the I Feel Cancer card. Your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. Shanakya. Rely upon the wisdom of what you feel right now. Individuals born under the sign of Cancer are mysterious and alluring, just like their ruler, the moon. A solitary orb that floats alone in the night sky, yet is still very much in sight. Cancers have a depth of feeling not easily seen, as if in the deepest parts of the ocean, fathoms below the surface, but where there is great power. Cancers are reclusive, and they tend to hide their feelings and have alternating moods. They are emotionally vulnerable and are easily wounded. They can be downright touchy, and when feelings are bruised, Cancers can come across as crabby and harsh. They feel for others deeply and are exceptionally sympathetic, but as they are highly empathetic, the emotions of others can exhaust them. Cancers are resilient, endure much, and can overcome just about anything, which seems so peculiar because they are so sensitive. Cancer is the sign of the mother, and those ruled by Cancers tend to be overprotective of their offsprings, which means they also like to control and take over. After all, the child is an extension of the mother who also needs to be protected, so she must remain strong to take care of her young. Cancer is the sign of the imagination. They have a rich fantasy life, so they do well in areas of creative writing, art, and also music. And with their gut reactions, Cancers can also be very accurate psychics. When the Cancer card presents itself in the reading, you can be assured emotions are high. So you may want to withdraw, or you may be dealing with someone who is withdrawn or depressed at this time. There is a feeling of being connected to the unseen world, and this card indicates the world of ghosts and spirits. This card can indicate inherited psychic abilities and even witch blood. There is a typhoon of power behind Cancer's strong feelings, but it can also mean you are in sync with other people's emotions. You instinctively know what to do at the right time. There is sensitivity and emotional closeness indicated. If your question is about love, it may be a secret or involve bonded souls, as with a mother and child. This card can also mean that family or domestic issues need to be addressed. A mother or a internal figure is also indicated by this card. Women may figure prominently. Women's issues and how women get along. The sign of Cancer is known for good memory and for the ability to hold on the longest, either positively or negatively. So although it will be hard to overlook any slights at this time, forgiveness is the best response. Right now, your mood may be changeable, just like the moon's phases throughout the month, and you may want to hide and withdraw from hurt and pain. Perhaps this pain is real or imagined, but in this solitude, you will build a greater strength to face whatever it is that holds you back. The corresponding tarot card is the Moon, and the key ideas: inner awareness, memories, the past, hiding, seclusion, mothers, the womb. Alright, so let's see what the tarot has to say. Because this truly is just confirming what I'm feeling. If I didn't show you guys, that was the Black Moon Astrology deck. We will now be moving into the Radiant Wise Tarot. And for the guidance or advice, it will be coming from the Spellcasting deck. Oh, I hate, like, when I do readings, it's like I get, like, I don't know, I call it, like, what I want to say, like, spirit dust. Yeah, being sprinkled on my face, so it makes it kind of itchy. So what's going on with the collective of the air signs? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What messages do you need for the air sign collective for the March, or excuse me, April? Something could have happened in March for someone. For the air sign collective. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups, which to me is, I'm feeling like almost like a reconciliation energy, like a coming together. It's also looked at as like a celebration. Under that, we have the Six of Wands, which is, looked at as like, victory. It's also looked at as being, praised or recognized. And then we have the Five of Swords, which is, an energy of, feeling defeated. It is looked at as like a mind games energy as well, but it looks like you're coming out of that energy as the Six of Wands, and you could be, moving towards something that's more, emotionally, collaborative for you. Then we have the Sun, which is, they say the happiest card in the deck, but, lately it's been coming through as like exposure. So, this energy, no matter what situation you're in, could be, being exposed to you and you're moving away from that, going into something that is, this could also be like a group of friends, or, a social environment where this is the environment that you're coming from, the Five of Swords. It is also looked at, as like sneaky energy. How can I say this? Like, it's not like self-serving. I can't think of how I want to, the word that I'm looking for this. But it's also almost like I'm getting mine. I don't care about yours. Like, you know, but it looks like, you know, you may be coming out of that or leaving this energy behind. Or, you know, possibly reconciling with someone. What's going on? What do we need for the air sign collective? What's going on for the air signs? See most of the cards. What's going on for the air sign collective for the month of April? So bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups, which is looked at as, you know, the past, childhood. It has an energy of nostalgia to it, but it could also be like, you know, it is looked at as like a karmic energy. You know, things that you've inherited from the past. Or past patterns. Up under that, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So right up, like, excuse me, if this is in regards to like another person, they may be from your past. If this is someone you want to, you know, set roots down with, they are this energy, which is looked at as a single, independent, very stable. This is like almost, you know, a pre-Empress energy, the Nine of Pentacles. In which you know, you may want to communicate with the Eight of Wands. Like, this is looked at as, you know, incoming, you know, communication towards this person. And then we have the Queen of Wands energy, which is almost, you know, you, whether you're male or female, having, you know, the confidence to reach out and communicate to this person. You know, being confident. The Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, no longer being in your head about that. You could also, you know, be in your head about ending something with a Queen of Wands energy and moving towards a more single energy. I can see that too. let's see what's going on. So we have out the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords. All three of these came out together. Let's look like this so you guys can see it how I see it. The Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Hermit, the Six of Wands, the Sun, and the Five of Swords. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So air signs, you did show up in your own reading. The Queen of Swords, which is the air energy. But it almost feels like to me, like you may be, you know, moving away from the past. You know, the Six of Swords is like a moving energy, so you could be moving homes. But it's, you know, going, like it's like you're headed to more calmer waters with the Six of Swords. Because you can see, like, how over here, you know, it's a little rough, but it's like you're packing up and heading out. And it's almost like with the Hermit here, you could be being guided or being shown this energy. Especially with the Sun back out here again, like I said, it's, you know, it's exposure. But with the Hermit, you know, that could also be you going within and kind of almost, you know, going after what you feel, because this is under your I feel energy. So like I said, this could be you or someone else, someone connected to you. How they're experiencing you as well. I can see this as, you know, moving away from, you know, the past. And to me, it's like you're headed towards this Queen of Swords, who may, you know, because her back is turned, doesn't, you know, or, you know, is not aware that you may be coming towards them or them you. But it's like with the Six of Wands, it's like you're ready to, you know, move, you know, confidently, victoriously towards your happiness with the Six of Wands and the Sun. Because something was, you know, illuminated to you with this Five of Swords energy. Which, like I said, could be manipulation, mind games, defeat. So something is like the light has been shown on, you know, this Five of Swords energy, but we'll clarify that. Then with the Eight of Swords, or excuse me, the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Wands, it's almost like, you know, I'm feeling the energy of you may have, you know, cheated yourself out of this opportunity in the past. Because with the Seven of Swords, you know, that is looked at as, you know, a self-serving energy as well, which, like, how do I want to say this? Because we have the 6 here to the 7, which is the Ace, in which the Queen of Swords is holding. And it's almost like you may have come into the realization of how you may have sabotaged you know, a blessing from the universe, because you know, were either avoiding it, or it's almost like feeling like, I'm getting like, you know, a less is more energy. Or not less is more, but you felt that more, having all of these pinnacles, wasn't worth this big pinnacle. So it's like you ran after all of this, and now it's like you're looking back like, damn, all of this is this. Like, if that makes sense, that's just how I'm seeing it. Like, it's almost like you cheated yourself out of the Ace of Pentacles, chasing this Eight of Pentacles. And it's almost like you're seeing how you self-sabotage, ultimately, the Ten of Pentacles. Because, like, I'm also seeing it as, like, because it's Nine of Pentacles here, like, up under this Six of Cups. So it's like you may have put all your focus on having, you know, multiple things, because the 8 to the 9 is the Ace, which we see, you know, the 9 here. But the Ace to the 9 is the 10. And it's almost like maybe you didn't, like, I feel like you, it's almost like I'm feeling like you would have rather been, you know, codependent than independent. So it's like you sabotage, literally, like a blessing that was, you know, being handed to you. And it's almost like now you want to double back. We're going to look at that. That's just what I'm feeling. And it's like now, because what I'm noticing here is like there's no cups out here other than the Six of Cups, which is, you know, the past. And with the I feel card, it's like now you may be feeling the consequences of your actions. All of this energy too could be looked at as like ego. Ooh. And then, you know, this is all you. It's like you're coming into the awareness of how it's like, instead of planting, you know, a solid seed, you planted multiple seeds. And, you know, it turned out to, you know, be sabotaging against you. Because maybe of the view, the view you have of what abundance is. So we're going to look at this. Let's look at the Queen of Swords first, because that could be you or it could be somebody else. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. And if this is another person, it's like you're wanting to move towards that person because maybe they told you this. And I think that they may have. Because we have the Page of Wands, which is news, you know, communication. The Ten of Swords is like an ending energy. And the Queen of Wands, you know, could be even someone that you were with. But I'm also feeling the energy like they could have told you, like, you need to grow up. Like, put an end to this immature energy and, like, almost boss up. But this Queen of Wands is feeling like a whole... It's like, honestly, I'm feeling like, and I told you so. I told you so. Because maybe you planted roots with this energy. And now, as the Page of Swords, you're either this Queen of Swords told you this, because with the Nine of Swords at the bottom, I'm feeling like a damn, like, I didn't see this coming. What's the Queen of Wands? So we have the Magician and the Ace of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Wands. So I feel like if this is you, you know, you have stepped into your confidence, you know, almost stepped into your power. And you know, you're manifesting this new beginning, because it's almost like with the Six of Pentacles, you need to balance, you know, things out. But if this Queen of Wands is another person outside of this Queen of Swords, it's like you manifested a new beginning with them, but it's almost like, how can I put this? Like with the Six of Pentacles here, you were giving more than you were receiving. And maybe you moved too fast as the Knight of Wands. Maybe it was something that, you know, was strictly, I'm even getting like based off of sex. Like, to me, this is, you know, looked at as like I feel the energy of like sex magic. I don't know why that's coming through. Like, it could have just been a connection solely based off of sex. And, you know, that's what you went after, but it caused you some conflict. You know, there could have been fighting, arguments. Or this could have been internal within you. But it's almost like, I feel like this Queen of Swords, because it's communication, whoever this Queen of Swords energy is, it's like either they told you this, and now it's like you're seeing it as the Page of Swords. Let's see what this Five of Swords is. Because you could have strictly been moving out of ego. What's the Five of Swords? Like, it wasn't a connection based off of emotions. It was based off of like passion and desires. And the Ten of Swords, it's like either you've ended it or you need to end it because of, you know, some news that is maybe coming in with that Page of Wands, or that has come in with that Page of Wands. Yeah. So clarifying the Five of Swords, it's like we got the Eight of Cups and the Star. So it's like you're headed, like you decided to like walk away from this energy, the Five of Swords energy, because there could have been definitely some mind games and manipulation going on. And then we have the King of Swords. So this is a true pair out here. So it's like if you're the feminine energy, or in your feminine energy, you've said this. Like this was something that you communicated. And the masculine energy is now realizing it and seeing how they, you know, were caught in the cycle as the Two of Pentacles, but now ready to move forward. Because it's like they may have been waiting on something, but it was all an illusion. Ooh. It was all an illusion with the Seven of Cups. They were waiting on something that almost wasn't real. Clarification is the Ace of Swords. But now it's like they're coming into the clarity of this situation and ready to move out of this conflict. The Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands. What's the Seven of Swords? After you look at the Seven of Swords, I'm going to pull the advice. Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, we got the Nine of Wands, the Fool, and the Hanged Man. And with that is, like I said, I feel like that Seven of Swords was you self-sabotaging yourself, thinking that more, having, you know, this more energy. Like, I just feel like, let's do this. You felt like this, doing this was worth more than this. Like, it's almost like you had to see multiple things because you didn't believe like this one like was enough. So it's like you self-sabotage yourself, and I almost feel like now you want to double back and go after this Ace of Pentacles. But we have the Nine of Wands, excuse me, the Fool and the Hanged Man. And it's almost like the energy of, you know, the fear you had due to things you may have went through in the past, you know, was blocking you from taking the, you know, a leap of faith. But it's like, as the Hanged Man, it's like you just stood still. Like you didn't go after it. You were in a standstill trying to come to a new perspective, which, you know, and it was in regards to, you know, with the Hierophant, your belief systems, things that you learned, things that you were taught. Like, in regards to what happiness is with the Nine of Pentacles, and what, you know, almost like what love is here with the Lovers, and it had you trapped. But now it's like you're stepping into your power to move out of that with the Emperor. And again, we have the Eight of Wands. Like, it's like you're taking your power back. And you may be, you know, going into something that is more, you know, fulfilling to you emotionally instead of tangibly, which may lead you into like a whole different connection, but it'll be, you know, it's almost like a divinely guided connection, or this is you making the decision to, you know, free yourself from the mindset that you had, from the, you know, the systems and belief systems that you know, inherited almost. Because that can be, you know, like teachings from your family, all of that stuff. So it's like you're planting new seeds based on how you feel, not based on what you see. So let's get the guidance or advice, and then that'll be that, because the Ten of Pentacles is here. Like, I kind of want to clarify that quickly. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Because it's like now this is what you want. This is where you're going. So it's kind of like you tried to take a shortcut. But it backfired in a way. And you wanting this Ten of Pentacles, you know, instead of like almost settling for this 8 because it looked like more than this Ace, there needed to be a transformation of your emotions with the Queen of Cups and the Death card. And with the transformation of your emotions, going with what you feel rather than what you see, lead you to the Ten of Cups. So you'll have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Love and stability. Like, this turned around to be nice. I'm glad I clarified that. And it was, you know, calling judgment. Like, the universe was calling judgment on you because you were heavily sitting in this masculine energy. Because the King of Cups here is an energy, like, he is a water sign surrounded by water, but he doesn't let them touch him. We don't even know if there's water in his cup because he doesn't express or show anything. It's crazy. Like I was saying, how these readings are coming out, you know, with the counterparts and things of like that, because you were worried, like you were so focused on the material as this King of Pentacles and like almost repressing your feelings. And only, you know, investing in things of passion as the King of Wands. And look, what did I say? You rejected, like, you know, you could have even been looking at how, you know, you rejected emotional opportunities, chasing this coin. But now it's like, as the Chariot, you're getting balanced and moving forward out of this energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. This is kind of like with the earth signs. The air signs are, you know, I named the earth sign reading Transforming an Inherited View of Abundance. And I think for the air signs, you guys are transforming an inherited view of emotions. Because as air signs, you could be like so caught up in your head about things. not wanting to, normally you would think like an air sign would want to, have the capacity to communicate, but it's almost like you need to communicate your emotions. Communicate what you feel or understand what you're feeling. Like, bring your feelings into the communication, not be so analytical. It's almost like you have to, follow and speak your truth. But it's almost like I said, from the 6 to the 7 was the Ace of Swords. But then from the 7 to the 5, it's the 2 of Swords, which is, closing yourself off. One, guidance and advice for the air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for the month of April. For the air signs. So bottom of the deck, we have dreams, which you may need to pay attention to your dreams at this time. At this time, we did see the 8 of Wands multiple times, which could be looked at as, downloads coming in from the universe, giving you some, some insight in regards to, what you may need to know at this time. So pay attention to your dreams. Let's see. Because your dreams are messages. And I keep, seeing that communication card that we started out with. Take those signs as confirmation. Pay attention to your dreams. They give me guidance or advice for the air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What guidance or advice do they need in regards to this energy and spread for the month of April? Oh, man. So we have healing. And then we have peace at the bottom. Which, I'm feeling a very, balanced energy here. And healing, you need to ultimately, this is here. Heading towards healing. Letting go of, it could be like an emotional healing for you. Letting go of, past emotions of the past. And that's what will bring you peace. And it's like, forgive yourself. Forgive, things that you, may have went through, people that you may have dealt with, things that you may have taught. You need to forgive, because that will bring you the closure. And you'll have a new level of compassion. You'll be moving out of, your emotions. Let's read healing. So it says, health issues and chronic pain take their toll, affecting the way you live your life. Be humble and seek appropriate help and medication. but allow too the healing energy of the spirit to soothe your discomfort. Investigate the beneficial healing properties of natural remedies by seeking out a qualified herbalist, or gain relief through natural energy healing practices such as Reiki or meditation. Reducing your intake of alcohol, caffeine, and sugar will raise your energetic vibration on all levels. So take sensible steps to ensure the restoration of your health and listen to the signs your body is trying to tell you. The magical meanings: you are a natural healer. Heal using Reiki or crystals. Work with natural healing herbs. Your body craves detoxification. Make an overdue appointment, and it's time for acceptance. So yeah, it's like you have to, in order, like I said this in the earth sign reading, in order to heal, you must feel. You cannot heal without feeling, without going through the emotions. You have to. And then we're going to read peace. This is a time for quiet, a time for reflection, to be still. The peace you crave requires you to slow down, to stop thinking and take a time out. Give yourself a chance to be silent in order to hear the loving messages of angels' whispers, to feel the spirit rest upon your head, and to open your heart to appreciate the beauty around you. Be still, breathe, and go deep into the sanctuary within. This is that hermit energy. Here is this sacred place. Here in this sacred place, you'll find restoration of balance and harmony. Once you've convalesced in tranquility, you'll be able to see with new eyes and achieve a sense of peace in every moment. And it says a peaceful agreement is reached, order is restored, your prayers for peace are being answered. Indulge in some me time and engage in prayer and meditation. Yes, I love it. This was perfect, perfect, perfect. It's almost like a, it's like a, what do they say, a 180? Like, I feel that here. But air signs, this was some good energy. It's like now you'll be planting seeds of love in a way. Like, that comes from the heart. I like this, air signs. So, as always, I thank you all for tuning in with me. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And, let's move through this energy positively. All right. So again, thank you. And I will see you all on the next reading later.